Yeah, I'm a bit relieved that he played knight d7 instead of h6, because that means I would have had to go on with my knight back to h3, which would have took it away from the centre. But in saying that, I would have been able to manoeuvre the knight back to f2 and then on to d3 when I move the queen, and still be in a very nice position, but it would have taken me longer. So yeah, that gives me the opportunity now to move my rook across to h3, and then if he kicks a knight I can go back to f3. So rook h3.
There we are. Rook h3 as expected. Going for a cheap shot. I don't think there's really too much to worry about here. I can get rid of his threat on the h7 pawn at the same time and take his knight out of it. So yeah, h6 looks pretty good. H6.
Yeah, as expected, he's kicked the knight. He's panicking a little bit. He's kicked my knight away. He doesn't want to play h5, which is what I was hoping he would do. He's played the right move, of course. So what do I do now? I go back knight to f3 and then consider my options from there. I think knight f3.
Yeah, knight f3 as expected. Yeah, no. He's still looking to get a kingside attack on him of some sort. I'd like to stop him advancing that pawn as well. It's another threat still from him.
Oh wow, he's played f5. He's locking the centre up as well. Whew, this is going to be a tight endgame now, all about pawns. They say that if the centre is locked, you have to go down the flanks to try and win. Well, I've already got my rook over there, so that could be useful. If he goes into knight f6, we're in a similar position then, where we can both get knights in the middle, but at least I can get his knight off if he does. I'm going to play knight into e5 and hope that he doesn't play knight takes knight, and then I'll have a fantastic knight there. Yeah, knight e5. Yeah, oh, he's gone and taken it. I was hoping he wouldn't do that. He's taken my knight off. I've got to play d takes, because if I go f takes e5, he got a pawn push down the king side, and my rook could get caught in that. So yeah, d takes, and that gives me a nice square for my knight maybe on d5 sometime later in the game. That's my dream. D takes e5.
Yes, taking that way. Huh? Yes, taking that way. Fair enough. He's got himself a nice hole at d4 square. We'll have to make sure he doesn't get any benefit of that. But first of all, before we can advance the pawn, we'll just secure things a bit better by playing e6, I think. That'll stop any nonsense. And that'll also try and push the rook out that way. Jesus.
Yeah, he's just tidying up with his pawns now. He's played e6, so he's got a knight. He's got a very solid game. He's not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. But I do just have this little edge in the centre. I'm going to drop my queen into d4, so he can't quickly play c5. And I know there'll be a pawn roller coming, but I'm beginning to grab dark squares. Let's play it. Queen d4.
Queen d4. Oh, that's got no threats in there. I'm going to get my play on the queen side now, so because there's rook offside and the king side doing them. Yeah, I think we can start looking at connecting the roots together and then moving onwards on the queen side. So queen d7, I think. Yeah, queen d7. You want to come back to that? You'd be in the c5 square. Yeah. Let's see. No, I think now. I'm going to represent coming in, but yeah. That's what we've got to do. We've got to play d6. Yes, d6.
Yep, here's the build up for the pawn roller. He's played b6, threatening c5. Now it's a bit committal, but I'm planning on playing b4. That will hold up things, but it gives me a backward c pawn. And maybe if I can go back to knight e2 and c4. He can't go pawn takes. Well, he could. And then I go queen takes. No, I'll just play b4, I think. I like the look of it. It's different, and I'm not so sure it's that weak. Queen, yeah, I play b4. b4.
Ooh, b4. Well, that's interesting. Yes, we've got able to root, so yeah, queen d7.
Ah, it's gone queen d7. Yeah, he's signaling his intentions okay. I can see what he's planning. He's gonna bring his rooks onto the c file and try and bash his way through with the pawns. I've got a little bit of a problem here now because I've got to do something. My knight's in front of my c pawn. I've got to get that c pawn active and moving, which means I've got to go knight to e2 first. c4 looks good because he can't take, so take his queen. But the problem is he doesn't have to take. I think I better just play knight e2 at this point in time. Knight e2.
Knight 2. Well, it's open the way up to the c4 come forward. There's a c4 in there. But we can ignore that, I think, because it's, I don't have to take it. Now let's get these roots involved in this queen c8 expansion. Yeah, let's get the rook c8, I think. Yeah, which one then?
Yep, he's brought his queen's rook across to c8. He's probably going to play c7, then bring the other rook across. I better get this c pawn moving. Do I play c4, which is my plan? But I'll be forced to swap for the d pawn, and then he'll retake the c pawn, and he'll have an excellent open file. I better not do that. I need to keep it close this time. I'll play c3. I don't like it much, but I think it's okay. c3.
c3. Well, I'm surprised at that, really. That allows me immediately just to advance the pawn anyway, and that keeps his knight out of that early d4. Yeah, it's got to do that. c5, continue the attack.
Oh wait, what's he done here? He's played c5. I was expecting rook c7 and then the rook on the f file going to f8, c8. Oh dear. I need to think again now. c5. I take, he takes. He can take with the rook. He doesn't have to take with the pawn. Then my knight does cover the c pawn, but I've got nothing of a game. My game's going nowhere. No, I'm not going to take it. Well, I don't like the idea of queen into b5 either. I think I've got to go queen d3. Ah, wait. If I play queen d3, it might just tempt him into playing c4. He's getting quite aggressive now, so he's in aggressive mode. He may play c4, and I can go back with queen d4. Or it also gives me the chance to play knight into d4 later. Oh, that'd be terrific. Let's see what he does. Against c5, I'm going to play queen d3.
Yes, well, there's no better than the thought. I'll just carry on with the queen c8 expansion again. I need to get my rook in the end file across, so I need to move a bit like using the c-pawn like that. Then rook e7.
Okay, he's not going to push the c pawn attacking me again. That's a pity. He knows if he does, he's going to give up that d4 square for my knight, which would be just fantastic. I think I'm winning if I get that knight in there, and he's got no way of moving it. He may have, though, if he plays his rook across to c8. Then he can drop the bishop back to f8, going into c... my pawn on b4 is stopping that. But I don't want this c file opened. I've got to keep it closed at the moment because he'll double his rooks up. Okay, I'm going to play b5. That might tempt him to play c4 because it looked like he's picking up the pawn on b5 with the queen. But I can go queen back b1 covering it. Let's see whether he bothers to really look at it or just plays an automatic lazy c4. Let's see what happens. b5. Oh yes, he's done it. Look at his face. He does not look happy about that. Oh dear, he's moving around in his chair a little bit. That has disturbed him. He knows he's made a positional mistake here. By playing playing a pawn to c4 at my queen, he thinks he's picked up the pawn on b5. But I think he's realised already now that it won't work because I can go queen b1. Oh, now my knight can go into c4 and I got a fantastic game. I'm really pleased. I'm pleased with this position now. Queen b1.
Oh, what a cheat. I thought it was just picking a pawn there. Oh, dear. Way too quick. I'll probably just study myself backward so much in one game and all of them can see how to win. Oh, that's what it is. I can't double the pawn on c4. My bishop's on about doing nothing to that lovely square on d4. But no. But the only thing that we take is these bishops also try and move the bishop after trying to move the bishop. Right. So let's move the rook out of the way then. Doesn't matter really. I feel we can get the rook today.
Yeah, he's brought his rook on f to c8. He's doubled his rooks, but he's biting on granite there. He's not going anywhere with this rook, surely. What's the point in that? I really don't understand that, man. I suppose he had nothing. Ah, wait. Now I know why he's doing it. He's anticipated that my knight's going to go into c4. So now he can bring the bishop back to f8 to c5 to exchange for the knight. That's a shame. That's a shame. But he can't do it yet. He's got to move the king, or yeah, he's got to bring the king or the queen across to protect the h pawn first. So I've got a couple of moves to spare yet. I think I'll play a4 after I've moved the knight into the middle. Then I can flip the queen across to e1 and maybe out to h4. That'll give me some kind of pressure on his king. Yeah, let's try it. Yeah, I'm going to play knight d4.
Yeah, knight d4. Lovely square. Set for e4. Must get in it. Must go to Christmas. Right, with my pass on after trying to get back after that mistake, then I have to take my bishop onto his knee, take it off. I can't do that. Bishop that way.
Yeah, he's done just what I thought he would. Bishop back to f8. I can see what he's going to do now. He's after my knight. If I play an a4 like I said, that frees the queen then. I can get over and support the rook, and queen h4, he plays h5. Is there any future for me by going queen into f6? No, because he's exchanged a knight. I retake with the d pawn, and he's got to challenge that queen with possibly queen e7. We swap queens, and yeah, it should be drawn. I'm going to play it. I'm quite happy with the draw in this situation. a4.